welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is March 20th, 2024. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris, who's not in the screen right now. Okay.
Yo.
There it is.
It's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. We're back at it again. What?
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 What? I mean, I can finally see this man in, colors and, not vertically.
Yeah, no phone this week. Internet got fixed, so we're good.
Bro, that took you a month?
It took longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been going on since I want to say Thanksgiving.
Really? Oh yeah, that's when you had the.
That's when it started acting up.
Yeah. Yeah, you had your little flashes and missing moments and everything,
Yeah, it should be. Fingers crossed, it should be fine going forward. But yeah, very much looking forward to recapping this week. We got a lot more great news. So yeah, I'm really hyped, honestly.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things here and there. Yeah, well, I mean, it depends. I mean, we'll definitely recap. We had 3 different events in the last week alone that just, happened to be on top of each other. So it basically was.
Yeah.
We had Weather Week, we had Primal Kyogre Raid Day, and then we had Community Day. So we had on top of things here and there and everything. So definitely just one thing after another. So, and a couple of things that, I'm going to give some praise to Niantic about things. There's a few news today, just like we mentioned, and we may actually finally get some Pokemon Sleep news in, because again, we just haven't been really keeping up with you guys on that, but in the end of the day, we've been playing that game religiously since it came out, so
every day,
every night. But yeah, so we are here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and write about the game, because we love the game just as much as everybody else. Don't forget to check us out, PokemonProfessor.com/Purified Podcast. Wonderful people to work with every single time. Ken, Adam, Justin, Jamal, and Chris. All wanted to go ahead and do things. Wonderful family to be part of course. Maybe I'll tease Ken to put our pictures there too, so we're the extended family of the network. So but yeah, so we are here. It's been a week since last time. So all the episodes are being posted on our feeds and everything. I just haven't been really keeping up with socials. So I do sorry if somebody has missed an episode too, but all our episodes are being going out at least 2 days after the recording. So you guys can hear our scuff podcast every single night. But yeah, so I try my best, y'all. I mean, it's a one-man show sometimes, and Chris, I know he's working very hard his life right now, so I'll get him to start working on other stuff later on, so. But yeah, no, it's been a heck of a week. We already recap exactly what it is, but let's get into it, I guess. We'll start with a few shinies, hundos, and everything. And my game just decided to just put me all over the place now. So I'm drifting.
Oh, is it teleporting you?
Yeah, it's drifting between.
You're gonna get banned.
I know, right? I'm literally showing them the exact moment I'm gonna get banned. It's like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but what you got this week, brother? Ooh, I can actually reach the gym. Hold on, let me see. Never mind.
I'll start with the new. I literally just hatched a Varoom today. I was very happy about that.
Is that the first one?
Yeah. So just one. And then I told you I just have one Charcadet that I got so far.
Bruh, I've been hatching those things like crazy right now.
Oh my gosh. I will say I haven't been hatching insane amounts of eggs because I'm waiting for another egg event. But yeah, it's been nice.
Real shout out to the people actually on chat right now, Zach and Manny. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Ooh. Always nice to have them.
Mm-hmm.
I think, literally after the podcast, I got my second shiny Cutiefly.
Okay.
So I got that. I hatched a Hundo Lickitung. And before Litten Community Day, I got a shiny Bidoof. The god graced me. I got 12 shiny Littens, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, one of those I got a surprise lucky trade with Julie, and it ended up being a 15, 13, 15.
All right, almost a
So
shiny.
yeah, yeah. So if I do end up doing Master League, I'll probably like if I use him in Master League, I'll probably use that one.
Well, we're gonna have
Um,
Master League premiere soon.
yeah, I was thinking he might be viable in that. He's got really good typing.
Yeah,
Um, Drifloon, I got a Hundo Drifloon from a quest,
nice.
and it was my first one because I did double check that. I got 3 shiny Kyogres, all from remotes because I was only able to do like 1 or 2 raids while I was driving. Funny enough, the only reason I was able to do the raids was because we kept hitting traffic.
Oh God! So yeah,
Yeah,
you were at that point of the day where you just
yeah.
like
So yeah, when you're going too fast, if you don't know, guys, it won't let you even in the raid, so you can't even fight the raid.
yeah.
So yeah, I was super happy that we're hitting traffic. Funny enough, um, yeah, I got a level 1 shiny Bidoof at one of the rest areas that we stopped, and that was actually one of the areas we did at Kyogre. I did get a shiny cast form, which I was very happy about.
Which one?
The rainy.
Mm.
I didn't have the rainy or the sunny. Obviously, that snow one was a chase, but I only saw one snow one the whole event, and it was not shiny.
At least you
Uh,
finished the collection challenge.
yeah, my friend that was with me didn't even finish it.
I mean, I don't
I
think like
wish. Hmm?
I don't think like at least a good maybe 40% of the
Dude,
players so didn't really complete that.
you had to get really lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw one quest for it.
Mm.
After that, I got a regular shiny cast form, the regular like no weather affected one. I got another shiny Spritzy. I was like, holy cow! I think that's my third one. And
Comes in
then
waves.
yeah, and then I got a shiny Oddish. I think from my incense yesterday.
All right.
So yeah, it's been a fun week. Let me know what you got, brother.
A lot.
Oh,
I guess we'll start with the shinies. Yeah, because I don't think I had that many hunters, but I'll talk about that in a moment. So Weather Week itself, and you saw the amount of Littens I just saw there. Yeah, so I guess we actually Litten was actually the prime of it. Also, Verdant, thank you so much for joining us. Fernando, how's it going? Um, yeah. So real quick, I mean, I did play community day with friends. We went to GT Bray, and we just like started hunting. We met up with Carl, who also was doing it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just get my few, and then I'll be done. I really don't need to grind this out." He didn't get. He only got one shiny within the hour and a half that we started playing.
what?
Yeah,
Who?
Carl.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, that's brutal.
Also, thank you for that. Uh, Genie Shiny Mew. Yeah, that's what it is, Manny. So, and I was getting a few here and there, a few of our friends. So it was kind of like a competition because at this point we were all just trying to do. So we met up with Amanda's sister, and a couple other friends out there. So after that, we said, okay, we already did our route. We did our walk between GT Bray and everything. The spawns were, amazing. But so we hop in the car. We went to the usual grind spots, and yeah, that was a grind. I was getting Littens left and right. I mean, I was also using special rent, so I was using like the amount of Littens that I see was insane from here behind and everything. So I ended up the day with 42 shinies.
Oh my gosh.
And that's including a Regice that we did at the park and a Paris. Actually, no, 2 cast forms, Sunny cast forms, and a Paris,
Bro,
all in the same weather week.
wait,
So,
was that a third cast form I saw lower down?
yes, I think. Let me check.
You got one to trade?
I got
What?
plenty of trade brothers. Like I think I have like 2 weather cast forms or something, like the
Oh,
Sunny cast form.
maybe. Yeah, we'll find.
Yeah,
We'll work.
I got 3 now, so I can
We'll
definitely
work
trade you.
something out.
I need the other one. So the snowy one.
The snowy one.
Yeah, yeah. The second parasect that I actually got finally, so that means that I finally have the full family. So I evolved that into a parasect. Of course, Arceus
Ah,
wants me or not. Although this shiny actually looks pretty good in Go. I can tell you
it
that.
does.
Yeah, yeah. So Parasite actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's like a clean orange sheep green or something. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I got a lot of shinies for sure. So I really, if people want Litens, I mean, I'm okay trading as many as you want to. So yeah, and of course, the cast forms after the first two clicks, and then I started gold plus in every other one. So I don't know why. It is what it is. Then after that, we went to Kyogre raid hour or raid day, I guess you say. And yeah, I got 5 shinies out of that. Here's the best part. My cousin, who's only here for a couple more weeks, or actually a week or so, I mean, for now. Can you guess what he got?
Shunda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, dude. I was like, okay, so we were like on the baseball, I think, gym, and all the time we're just like, standing there. We people are getting shinies and all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay. And he gets his shiny. I think it's his second shiny actually of the day too. And we looked at the CP, and both of us just gasped, like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god, he was like screaming Shando and everything. So that's crazy when it came down to it. I can't believe he got the Shando. He's only been like he plays since 2016, but he never really like grinded like we do. So he's like less than level 40 and everything. Bro, to be his first Shando, to be a primal
Dude.
Kyogre, bro.
Yeah, funny enough, the person that was sending me uh invites, like one of the people,
Yeah.
her and her husband got a Shundo and she got a shiny 98.
Mm.
I was like, oh, okay, you guys kind of earned it sending me all these raids. Yeah, to get a shiny Kyogre, a Shundo Kyogre as one of your Shundos, that's insane. Like
Bro.
that's like my Rayquaza.
You, you,
I
you,
want that.
you can tell how the MB I had for him. I'd be like, bro, you gotta power that shit up. I mean, he still is gonna take a while to actually power up to 50 when it comes down to it. But he's probably gonna work on that little by little. Oh, that's not comes from here. Never mind, it wasn't shiny.
No way.
No, Sunny. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, after that I was like, here's the thing. We actually had an additional 2 hours of gameplay because of problems that they had in New Zealand with the raid. And so they extended it for 2 hours. But after 5 o'clock, everybody freaking was done. Like nobody wanted to do anymore. They were like, yeah, 3 hours is enough. I don't think I need 2 more hours of this. I could have done it. But I don't think I would have the group play for anybody actually be able to do any more after that. So we all just decided we got our shinies, we got our good stuff, hundos, shandos, whatever, and then we're like, okay, we can leave. I mean, I have enough shinies, a couple extra shinies to trade now, so I should be able to get a couple of, lucky trades going around anyways.
yeah, the shiny odds seem to be like really good. Like they said they increased it, but I was
Oh,
pretty
wow.
happy.
I was pretty happy
Uh,
with 5 shinies out of the entire 3 hours. That's not bad, really.
yeah, my friend Andrew, he did like 18 raids, maybe 19, I guess, after the in person,
Mm.
and he didn't get a single shiny. I was like, what?
Well, I think it's like 1 in 10 or something like that. So
That's kind of what I thought.
yeah, something like that when it comes down to it. But yeah, I mean that was really a fun day. Regardless, now we have Groudon coming up this Saturday, which I'll be late for, unfortunately, because I gotta work until like 2. So by the time I get there, it's gonna be like 3 o'clock anyway. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. Again, Weather Week, interesting. I like the Stardust boost and everything, so it hasn't been too bad of a. It wasn't really a bad of an event just because of the Stardust, dude. A Parasect with our Star Piece was giving you 1,500 Stardust on a weather boost alone. Holy Jesus, that was like a head 7 when it comes down to it. Of course, I
Dude,
already spent it all, but still,
yeah, where's my Audino nest at when you need them?
Bro, can you imagine that? Weather Week with
I
Star
would.
Piece on an Adino Nest, weather boosted. Oh my god, I wouldn't have any Pokeballs left, So, but yeah, so it is how that is. And again, a lot of people also got their Shando Shinies. I know a lot of people didn't complete the collection challenge because the damn snowy cast form was the only elusive one. The only reason why I actually was able to complete it is because I went to do my taxes on Saturday at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it turned foggy weather. So I was able to actually catch a couple of snowy cast forms at a time. It wasn't shiny, unfortunately, but I mean, that is what it is. And unfortunately, I really couldn't grind the hour, even though I really wanted to go and grind the hour. But
Dude, I really wanted that shiny. Yeah.
yeah. So it would have been fine to get it, but in the end of the day, I was happy enough to just complete the challenge where everybody was struggling to even find that one quest. And then even though the quest, the 10 catch 10 weather boost Pokemons for that wasn't really that easy to find either. Like you really had to
Yeah,
look for it.
in my opinion, I think this event would have been so much better if they took the regular cast form out of the quest.
True.
Yeah, because
True.
just between the three other cast forms, I think that a lot more people would have got the snowy.
Yeah. Yeah, the odds were insane. I mean, 1 in 4
Mhm.
in the end of the day between the cast forms. I
Yeah,
actually
and then
completed
that
some
quest
quests
was rare.
before I was able to get the snowy form. And they were all rainy and sunny, and I was like, bruh, just give me the goddamn snowy, man. It's like, they should actually be able to, like, um, if you don't have it, you should actually guarantee it on one of them in the end of the day because that's the last one you need.
Somewhere.
It would have been nice, but so. Yeah, that is Weather Week, that is Primal Raid Day, and Community Day. So a bunch of cool stuff happening here and there, and wins and losses. I really need to start like cleaning out goddamn storage, brother, because I have too many damn shinies at this point.
Dude, honestly, I'm chunky now.
We should actually have like a day where you and I just sit down and just like stream like maybe 2 or 3 hours and just delete all the shinies we don't want.
Oh no.
We should actually do that. Like I should actually have you come into the house and be like, yeah, let's do this.
I'll do it for you.
That's what she said. Anyways. But yeah, so that's that. That's the week. That was the recap of the week. And now we're slowly transitioning from Vanilla Spawns into a new event that's actually happening now around the world. Um, but before we get into all the news and everything, when it comes down to it, I do want to announce, just like I said last week, what were my plans to go to New York Go Fest. And I'm happy to say that I will be attending Go Fest New York this July, for July weekend. Not the most, cheap flights in the world, but it is how it is. So, so I'm definitely going. My friends from the Professor Network has already booked us an Airbnb. I booked my tickets. I got my tickets. So I'm definitely already set to go. Just got one more thing to pay, basically, the Airbnb. But then after that, we're set. I won't be able to stay until the end of Sunday. I do have to fly out on Sunday and then go back to work on Monday, unfortunately. But hey, I'll take the 3.5 days that I'm not gonna be there. Definitely some time there. Is it 3 days? Yeah, because I'll be flying in on the 4th of July, which I don't know how hectic it's going to be. This is the first time I'm actually flying on a holiday day.
Ah,
So I don't know how bad is it going to be. So I'm actually a little scared how this is going to happen.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, Chris. What are your plans? Are you doing
um,
something?
I'd like to go. I think what I'll do is I'll chat with my other friends that might want to go.
Mm-hmm.
See what they want to do. If they can't, I might still plan on going out on my own. But I'll check with them soon.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
I think that if you are planning to go, we do have a group that's actually going. Like, if I have a couple of people in our community that is going, Fernando, who's in the chat, actually has already a lot of things set up. So if you are planning going to myself, they might be able to hook you up with a hotel. So they might be
yeah,
able to actually
yeah,
help you out there, and then we can just
yeah. I'll
plan
see
out the
what's going
days.
on.
My gameplay is going to be Friday morning. The reason why is because Saturday actually got sold out by the time I was able to get in there.
Really?
So Saturday morning it's actually sold out. Saturday afternoon is still available, but I have a little bit of a theory when it comes down to it. So I know I won't be there all day Sunday, so I really can't enjoy the full day when it comes down to it. Technically have to be at the airport by, I mean, before 4 o'clock actually. So I definitely won't be able to just enjoy the first few hours of the morning and then have everything ready so we can start heading out. So, but it would the easiest thing is like I'll fly in on 4th of July, hang out with a few friends, do a couple of 4th of July stuff, and just celebrate the day, of course. Then Friday we're ready. We're at the park, morning, ready to go. We'll be able to like get everything done together. And then we'll have afternoon Friday to just hang around the city, play with the friends and everything like that. Saturday, again, city experience, so we'll be able to literally all everywhere we go, we'll be able to play the game. So that way we'll have a full day worth of not to worry about anything. And then by the time Sunday comes around, I definitely don't have to worry about just getting a few things here and there. We're probably gonna be doing raids all day anyways, so it's like, but the spawns are gonna be crazy, and this is the first time you actually might be going to New York. So let us know, Chris. But I definitely think that we can
Yeah.
hook you up with some stuff if we need to. Just need you
Yeah.
to figure out.
I'll let you know by next week.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll put you in the group chat with Fern, so that way we can figure it out. If you are not going with your friends, then definitely we'll still have a place for you to stay around, and then we'll figure out where we can go from then on in the end of the day.
Okay.
So yeah, Go Fest, definitely. I'm excited. New York was the blast last year. Definitely is going to be the blast this year. So we definitely need to get things going. It's gonna be fun. So we'll get that going with everybody out there. All right, so let's get into some research topics of the week. We have a few news to cover here. Chris, how about you actually talk? I think I've been actually talking about all the stuff there this last few weeks because of your connection. So I'll let you. I'll let
Yeah,
you be
probably.
the man of the hour today.
Yeah, I'll be real. I was kind of disappointed by this Com Day Classic, but April 2024, the Community Day Classic is begging, and it should be right around the corner.
It's actually happening like in 2 weekends, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be April 7th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The reason I say I was disappointed, I was really expecting Beldam, but Bagan is very strong. If you do not have a very good Salamence, now's your time. Or if you need the dragons for the quest.
Mega Salamence is also a thing, so.
Yeah. Salamence will know Outrage when you evolve it, 110 power and trainer battles and gyms and raids. They will have a special research story available for $1. Yeah, as he said, keep in mind it does have a mega, so do all the quests you can, try to get that hundo, so you have a good one to mega.
Mm-hmm.
The event bonuses, there's going to be 3 times XP for catching Pokemon. Lure modules will last 3 hours. The incense, except the daily adventure incense activated during the event, will last for 3 hours. If you want to use, Dialga's or Palkia's things, you can. There won't be any bonuses to that other than what they normally do for their moves. Take a few snapshots during the community day for a surprise. So get even more bagans. Field research. There's going to be all the regular research out. There's probably going to be some for Mega Energy. Don't quote me on that, but there probably will be.
Well, we haven't
Mega
really
Salamence.
gotten any Mega ones with Mega Energy in the wild. So,
Really? I thought we did for Ampharos. That's the only reason I say anything.
I don't remember. Because Ampharos Mega Energy is out in the wild in just regular seasonal spawns.
Mm-hmm.
But the only other community day that actually had Mega Energy was Swablu.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. Pokestop showcases. Be on the lookout. You're going to be able to put your bagans in there, so keep the extra large ones. Pokemon Go Web Store Community Day Bundle. I know Pure Lighter isn't a big fan of these.
I mean, if you're looking for the Elite TM or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, this one has no Elite TM in it. 120 Ultra Balls,
It's trash.
15 Silver Pineapples. It's trash. 15 Silver Pineapples, 6 Incubators, and 1 Incense for $10. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good deal.
It's not appetizing.
Yeah, if you like Ultra Balls, by all means, but yeah. Event bundles. 2 bundles will be available in the regular shop. 1350 coins.
No.
You'll get 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 1 Elite Charge GM,
No.
and 5 Lucky X. No, still no.
Nah. Bro, if I have to pay for Ultra Balls, I don't know what the heck is going on. It's like, just give me something else. I mean, I would be happy to just have even potions on that better than Ultra Balls because I really don't want
gosh.
But even though I still trash potions more than Ultra Balls anyway, so I mean, I guess I can't complain.
Yeah, for 480 Pokecoins, you'll get 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Incense,
Hmm.
and 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lure Module. Yeah, no, that's not my cup of tea. Yeah, ever since back in the days when you would buy Pokeballs, like,
Hmm.
or you had the option to, it felt like such a waste.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're looking for trainers to join, you can look on the community map that they have with Niantic and look for any community ambassadors.
So
Uh,
there is
mhm.
actually a plus side to this, and I'm not sure if they're doing it for
I've
Classic
heard
too.
about
So,
that.
so actually, this is a big jump for the community out here, and definitely something that a lot of people need to know. This, if you are going to any of the community ambassador leaders meetups or any of the communities out there that you're able to check in for Community Day or any of the other events out there, specifically Community Day right now, they are available to give you the free special research story for Community Day during the time of registration. So you don't even have to pay that $1 if you actually check in with one of the ambassadors out there, or at least with the community ambassador out there. So if you think about it, that's just free service right there for community if you are able to actually get into one of the ambassador programs, or at least into able to check in on there. Very
Mhm.
cool. This is a win for the community. Um, Finding the ambassadors may not be as easy though. I was looking around our area, and there's only a few places, but they're like scattered. And
Yeah,
yeah, there's actually a few in Clearwater actually. So
yeah. I just checked the map and I was like, huh. There's areas close by, but no ambassadors close by.
yeah, so there is a park over at Clearwater, but that's a drive for us at least. But that depends on a lot of different factors when it comes down to it. So there are leader community meetups then there for specific moments. So if you act again, so if you check in with the community ambassador, that's great. I would love to actually have a community ambassador here in our area. Makes it a little bit easier in so many ways to actually do it, but it's not easy getting to the ambassador because you do have to make sure that get a lot of the things done for the community ambassador program and all that. You gotta get meetups, you gotta register meetups, you gotta do all this type of stuff. And I feel like our community is not there yet. Like, we have a strong community, don't get me wrong. It's still somewhat small, but not small enough to say that we don't see them every day and everything like that. So definitely something that we could work on. But again, I feel like I don't have the time, just because I'm here and there when it comes down to it. And I wish I had more time to actually organize this kind of things. Um,
Dude, it takes so much.
it takes so much, and most of the people who actually are able to be and leaders or the part of the ambassador program, they definitely do the work. Like, you definitely have to put the work if you really want to reap the rewards in the end of the day. So kudos to everybody who's actually in the program itself and everything. Thank you so much for actually opening up your doors to all the players out there to make sure that they have a great experience in any types of things. So um, yeah, so yes, if you can find one, and they have a map over at the website where you can actually go ahead and look it up and everything like that. So I definitely think that if you are able to find one, go ahead and do it. If you have the time, of course, and just register. Register with the community. You'll get free special research stories and things like that. So I definitely do love that they are actually doing this for the community, from the community. So, um, but yeah, that's my 2 cents when it comes down to it. I will definitely, if I ever get the chance to really go, I'll definitely go. But if not, then it is what it is. I'll stay with my beautiful community that wants to stay around here too. So. All right, so that is Community Day Bagon, and of course, ambassador program and all that. So we're glad about that. Let's go ahead and get to the next piece of news, which is kind of miscellaneous, but at the same time, pretty exciting for the players out there in India. So catch Pokemons at a McDonald's restaurants near you. Now, we're not saying every McDonald's because unfortunately, it's only in a few. But we're excited to announce a partnership between Pokemon Go and the McDonald's India in the West and the South. So With this collaboration, sponsored Pokestop engines will be around where you visited McDonald's, and just spin them, pretty cool, things like that, special offers, but in-game in all McDonald's in India restaurants. So that's pretty cool. Basically, it's like the Starbucks sponsorship when it comes down to it. Yeah, congratulations to all the players out there in India, which are having so much fun. If they want to go to McDonald's, they have a place to eat.
That is kind of funny.
Don't eat your slowpoke tails when you need to, but So
Yeah, save it for your Snorlax.
I know, right? But yeah, that's pretty cool that they're all expanding out there for the players and everything that they're doing. Like again, This is also a transition to kudos for Niantic because they are definitely having working to improve the game. Tenfold in the last few months that it's really been showing. And in the end of the day, they are, ups and downs, but they are working through the fixes. The most notably one, and it's been going around for a while already, is that the map is going to change a bit in visuals. Actually, was part of the news too. I don't know why I didn't catch that. I completely forgot. Let me see. Visual updates, or is that something that they don't have it in this specific place? Weird.
Hiding it.
I know, right? But they basically mentioned that they are working on visual effects, and some trainers are already having this type of new visual effects. It's really just the map itself changing a little bit more drastically than it was before. Every time you go into the encounter, you'll actually be able to see trees and rocks and things like that you would only see in the distance, and how the map has literally been at for the last 8 years at this point. So they haven't fully released to everybody, but they have made the announcement that they're working on actually releasing it little by little. So make sure that they actually work the kinks and things of the updates. So definitely something to look forward to. I know that they did a bunch of other updates to make sure that the gameplay experience is a lot better between the heal all button, the new feat system for the body. I know you can actually swap your body from the storage now instead of having to go all the way through the body system and do the switch and everything. This super effective and non-effectiveness, although we have a couple of glitches here and there for that too. And then there is ready up button for trainers, for solo trainers too. So those small little things that I think is doing to push forward the gameplay a little bit more and make it just a little bit better here and there have been welcoming, and a lot of people are praising the type of changes that are coming. Of course, the quality of life updates, but something that back in the day we will get it out of nowhere and we'll break the game. Maybe we're like, okay, so why is this doing this? And probably had to revert it back and then test it out again and then go back again and all these things. So I'm glad that they're working little by little to make sure that the game itself, the core of the game, doesn't break from all these changes. So yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, I think I have to give kudos to Niantic finally actually doing something right, although they're still, it's pricey as hell. I have actually saw that somebody posted the amount of tickets that we've been getting for this month, and it's actually one of the expensive months that we had this year. So hopefully Niantic will rectify that if you know what you're doing. But, again, there's the pros and there's the cons.
I will say at least the World of Wonders ticket was basically 3 tickets in one.
Yeah, and also if you actually have like the primal rates and everything, you can actually buy it for $10 or all straight up from the web store. Get a couple extra passes in here, there, and everything like that. So yeah, there are small things that you can do to make it better. The web store definitely has helped. So yeah, that is how it is at the end of the day. But yeah, kudos to Niantic for all this stuff happening in the game and things like that. So, but yeah, so I think, that's pretty much it when it comes down to it. GoFest is a thing. Now we're going over there. Hopefully we're all going and having some fun together. Events going through. I am going to quickly recap the Verdant or what? Let me just check the name of that event again. Verdant Wonders event is actually happening tomorrow as a recording of the podcast, so it's actually already happening in other parts of the world. Which again, this is happening from March 21st at 10 a.m. to Monday, March 21st to 25th at 8 p.m. local time. We do have another encounter with Sarud for $8. So
Monkey.
make sure that you are, if you do want a better one, or you haven't actually had the chance to get one, it's a very good Pokemon for Master League if you actually look into it. And one of the best, one is, I think, the best, if not the second best, grass type attacker in the game right now. But yeah, we have a little bit more information about that. Make sure that you are looking for the Pokemon encounters for instance and for regular spawns out there, because we have, Pansear, Pampor, and Pansage all happening to be breaking region lock, and brand new shinies as for the Flavevis, and all their colors are going to be shinies from here on out. So
Pretty loaded event, honestly.
pretty loaded event. Yeah, so I'm excited. We also have, of course, Cotney with the flower crown and Witskunk with the flower crown. I understand why they give in flowers to flowers. But it is how it is when it comes down to it. But yeah, so small little things here and there. I haven't seen much about the field research task. I just know that I think the whole special research story for Saruda has been already completed for somebody, so somebody already got that. And some people are even getting the Shaman encounters, shiny Shaman encounters.
I saw that.
Yeah, so definitely a grind for the best. But, I'm taking my time, and of course I'm already time locked, so I still got... I'm at 13 days out of 21 out of page 2, and I know page 3 is also going to have another 21 days that is going to time lock me. So
Oh my!
I got about a few months still, a month or so, before I actually able to get this going finish up in the end of the day. So hey, it is what it is. I don't mind. I was thinking that by the time I actually get to this point of encountering Shiny Shaman, I was actually thinking of not catching it until I'm actually to actually get it in BDSP at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, so I gotta finish my Arceus hunt before that happens, though. So, but yeah, so many things that are happening. Again, by the time I actually get to that point, it's probably not even gonna be in this room that you guys see, So probably we'll have a cooler room by the time we get there. You never know. Anyways, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just again, some recaps here and there when it comes out to it. So let's get into some sleep news. So Pokemon Sleep. I know. Yeah, I'm going to sleep too when it comes out to it.
I'll be sleeping good tonight.
I know, right? So, oh my goodness, there's been a lot of updates, and again, because of everything that's been going on in Pokemon Go, we definitely haven't had a chance to really get into a minute of our sleep and everything. First and foremost, I wanted to ask you, Chris, how's your sleep research been going? I mean, I know we had Electric Week last week, and where you are this time around?
It's been fun. I definitely had fun looking for Dedenne. Only saw one person get the shiny Dedenne, and you saw him too.
Yeah, Mr. Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was after the event too. Funny.
I think it was the last research he did before the event ended, or his last
Really?
sleep research. So I think
Okay.
he used his instance right at the end on like Sunday night to Monday.
Oh, okay.
So that was his last encounters for like a guarantee.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah. So he got it, but he did say the scrappy IVs. So that's always
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's really just the ability, I think. But yeah, I definitely get it in sleep. You really want the good abilities too.
Well, the Data is a skill specialist, and he gives you the prompt of getting a chance of extra tasties every time you actually make a meal, and they stack. So if you have, I think, 10% with the dentist ability, even if you don't get an extra tasty before then, you can stack the next encounter too, and the next prompt and all that. So
until it hits it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the dentist is actually pretty cool if you are looking for those things. It's also very good for the upcoming events for Raikou Day or Raikou Week, actually. So that's going to be very, very fun. The very first legendary in Pokemon Sleep. And I'm actually happy that there are those. I know we mentioned it a little bit in the past. We just never really got into it.
If Master Biscuits don't work, I'm a riot.
Oh, no, they'll work. They will work. But that's because there is still, I think, the things that they're doing for the actual event and everything like that. So let me see if I can find their website here. Really, I think this is the first time I actually go to the website. So
I didn't know they had a website.
I know, right? All my news are basically from the game itself, and usually I would go into the game to see the news and everything like that. But there's a maintenance right now going on, so You didn't do dinner, did you?
What? No, I'm joking. I
Okay.
already made dinner.
Yeah, yeah. So there is a maintenance going on with just a few small updates. But I'm gonna switch over to the monitor here and actually, yeah. So this is Raikou, the arrival of Raikou into Pokemon Sleep. The a new ability from Raikou itself, and that is the Helper Booster for Electric types. So if you have Raikou in your team, it would boost some of your helpers if you're using Electric types during the time off. So I mean, useful as how it may be, I don't know how good it is, but I mean, we'll go through this real quick. This Raikou will begin appearing in March 25th after 3 p.m. local time. Raikou instance can be used starting at the date and time above. They will be appearing in Greengrass Isle, so make sure that if you are actually making any type of research, you go to Greengrass for Raikou encounters. It may still appear during regular sleep research even after the event ends, but extremely rarely. So again, it's just one of those Pokemons that are definitely going to be. If you get lucky, you get lucky. That's basically how it is. And it has a snoozing type. So you kind of have to figure out how to actually get that type of a sleep style, which I don't know how well it would be. I can definitely go from drowsy to slumbering, but the snoozing is basically a little harder to actually get unless you know what time is the best time to go to sleep. But again, it all depends on your sleep style. So a new main skill, Helper Boost. This says your team of helpers, including Raikou, will instantly gather a bonus amount of berries and ingredients based on the number of different species of electric-type Pokemon on your team and the level of Helper Booster electric skills. So let's say you have the Dene, Pikachu, Raichu, Ampharos, and Jolteon. Or actually, what's substitute at least one of them with Raikou. And all of that will give a bonus when it comes down to it. Now, is it the most effective? Depends. If you actually get, the specific berry that you want for that specific week and all that stuff. Which during the event you will actually lock in Greenland Isle instead of the randomness that we have on that week. So you'll have the ability to actually use most of your electric type Pokemon during the time. And we've been having a couple of weeks to prepare already. So I mean, if you don't have electric types, I mean, it doesn't matter really if you don't. But again, it would be nice because of how all this is happening.
Yeah.
But again, it just really depends on the type of Pokemon that you have. I guess Raichu and Pikachu are in the same tier because it's the same species of Pokemon. It's just different evolutions. But if you have like 4 or 5 different ones with Raikou in it, it's basically that much. The multiplier and all that stuff, special Pokemons can only be 1 Raikou per team, so you cannot have more than one. And then, of course, to befriend it, there is a possibility to befriend it a little bit easier because they will give us special, whatchamacallit?
The Raikou biscuits for the main.
Yeah, the Raikou biscuit or the Raikou main. You'll collect Raikou main once you do sleep research, and I think you get more if you actually encounter more electric type Pokemons during your sleep research. I don't know if we'll have like balance sleep during the time of the week. I can't remember if they did. I don't know exactly how that works. But if you are able to exchange the main or whatever it's called for it, you're able to exchange it for the incense and the Raikou biscuits and everything like that, which I think the Raikou biscuit actually give you like 6 hearts if you give it to a Raikou. I don't know how many hearts a Raikou will actually be. I'm gonna guess that it's like the highest amount of friendship bonuses or friendship hearts to be able to get that. I know that a Master Biscuit will still work to instantly catch it, but there is one thing that a lot of people are probably not thinking about this. The first Raikou that everybody will get, and I mean everybody who encounters the first Raikou and befriends it, will have the same stats. So your Raikou and my Raikou will be the same one, the very first one you encounter. It doesn't matter if anything after that, any other Raikou you actually get to encounter after that will have different stats at the time. But the first one will have the same stats, and I'm gonna guess they're decent stats. I don't think they're gonna give us like overpowered godlike stats for Raikou for the very first encounter. I know it can still be shiny, hopefully. So
Hopefully.
hopefully, but but yeah, so you don't have to worry too much about a very first encounter, at least when it comes to stats. So I don't know how the IPs are gonna work, or sub skills or anything like that. I just know that at least the same stats will be for everybody for the very first encounter. So after that, any other Raikou you encounter, either the extremely lucky ones, or if you use one of those instances after your first encounter with them, you will be able to get different types of bonuses or sub skills or anything like that when it comes down to the Raikou. So very exciting. Any thoughts on that, Chris?
Um, just looking forward to having one. I don't know if I'll put it on the team because I don't really use it a lot of electric Pokemon. But I do think for specific events or if you have specific berries that you need for Snorlax for certain weeks, I do definitely see a good possibility of it
We
being useful in the future.
Well, aside from Green Rat Isle, we don't have an island that actually has. Could be. Oh, if Dressy finally got to me. Anyways, or even Snorlax, I don't know. We don't have an actually specific island that actually give us Greppa berries locked in for the entire island. So unless you get really lucky, you really don't want to use Raikou. But this also gives us a little heads up for the next few legendaries. So Entei and Suicune will be coming into Pokemon Sleep. Maybe not right after. They'll probably give us a week to prepare, things like that. But of course, between that and the Raikou and then Suicune and then Entei, if the abilities work the same or are in the same tier, let's come to it. If we think about it, they will have something good for fire and something good for water or ice. I don't know if Suicune is gonna be ice or water at that time.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. So I think it's gonna be mostly gonna be water because I think almost every other Pokemon that has an ice typing is either flying or water type anyway. So we do have some ice types. I think Seal is one of them, but and then is Abomasnow an ice type or a grass type? No, it's an ice type. It's an ice type. You can't remember, do you?
You could have fooled me.
Kind of fool me. Anyways, but I am hopeful for the future that those kind of things will also happen with the other releases of the legendaries, and then so on and so forth. I'm sure that whatever other legendaries they tend to release into the game will have different skills and different things that will help the team, or in general how exactly that will work for those. So very exciting. The Pokemon Sleep is actually having those kind of updates, and then in itself always making some good changes to the gameplay and all that stuff. And then real quick, Raikou's research bundles, you can buy them for specific gems. I know we have had a lot of gems from them, free gems in general. So if you don't log in the next few months, I would suggest logging in and then just getting those free gems and research and everything. So, but yeah, that's pretty much on the sleep news. Again, little by little, this is a game where you don't go super hard on it. You just try to do your very best with whatever you have, so
sleep well,
have fun, and all that shit. Anyways, real quick, let's get into our PvP section. Get wrecked. Here we go. So we are at Master League, regular Master League, and Spring Cup. Master League Spring Cup. Master League is literally like the worst thing right now. Well, I want to say the worst, but also the good thing because we have a lot of like Palkians and Dialgas origin forms appearing everywhere. No. Kyogres, I'm sure everybody's been getting a Kyogre these days anyways.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are starting to use their Cygars. So,
really?
Yeah, one of the people that I follow, Dams, who is a Master League monster, he has a 100% complete Zygarde.
I wish.
Bro. Like, I saw that, I was like, bro. Some things to note, actually, about that. If you are able to get all the Zygarde cells for the complete form, you are not able to collect any more after that. So if you actually encounter any more Zygarde cells afterwards, you are not able to actually, put them in the Zygarde cube anymore. So 250 is the max. So unless you actually want to do the one, or at least, fully power up your Zygarde to complete form, the one that you have, even if it has crappy IVs, you won't be able to collect any more Zygarde cells until you actually do that. unless you want to wait for a better
Oh,
one.
oh, okay. So once you transform it to the complete form, you can start collecting more again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not technically a full haul, but again, who wants to use like how
On
many
a bad one.
months? Here's the thing: how many months has it taken to actually get that many Zygarde cells, and then how many more months you're gonna actually have to do before you actually get a better one, anyways.
Mm.
So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's such a long grind to even think about having a second one at this point. So um, if you're prepared, cool. I mean, I'm not going too hard to actually getting all the Zygarde cells every day. I am trying to, but it's not, you know, the most beneficial. I have 105 cells, so I definitely have, ways to go before I actually able to go have a complete, and that's without, changing the form of my already current Zygarde to, 50% or whatever they call it. So I have basically less than 150 to go, and that's gonna take a while before we actually get to that
Mm.
point. So yeah, it is how it is. And after that, any more regular Pokemons? I mean, I am excited for Master League Premier because there's going to be a lot of Pokemons out there that are definitely going to break the meta. Incineroar being one of them, maybe. Definitely Wall's probably I don't know, an LA maybe because it has Snarl, but it also can
Yeah.
counter between them and two. So
Yeah, I
it's
think his typing's very cool.
yeah.
I think the only one he doesn't really want to see is like Giratina. Funny
Yeah.
enough.
Funny enough, but I mean, Giratina is definitely not gonna be able to be Master Premier at that time. So
That's true. That is true.
yeah, I haven't found anybody that I can actually trade a Giratina to get under 1500. So
Yeah, maybe it'd go fast, honestly.
yeah, I'm thinking of that
That's gonna
too.
be a hot minute, but
Yeah, I was about to say, is this the one from research? Yeah, okay, cool. Actually, I gotta start that before anything happens, because I almost thought that I actually transferred to Giratina. Wait, this is the one that I got in February. Yeah, I thought that I transferred for a second, then and I got
oh
scared.
my
I
gosh.
got scared. I got scared. It is somewhat of a good abuse. It's like 13, 15, 15. So
Yeah, but yeah, you got better ones anyways.
I got I got a Shando. I got a Hondo. I got another Hondo for the Alta form. I mean, I kind of just need the one for Ultra League, anyways. Or I'm sorry for Great League, whatever. Anyways, so did you actually get any GBL done? Anything for Masters or Switch Masters or anything like
Uh
that?
yeah, Switch Masters, I believe they're still getting their battles done for this week, but they're doing very well. I think they already won this week, which is good. Very very happy with my team. And then I did do a Spring Cup. It's been a lot of fun. Empoleon's very strong. Ferrothorn's very strong. Uh, my team had trouble with Mawile, but I was able to win against Mawile.
Nice.
I was leading with Galarian Wheezing, but it seemed everyone was prepared for that.
Mm,
So I ended up switching. Oh my gosh, what did I end up using? My phone died, so I can't remember.
okay, cool.
um, but I know I paired something with it that would help me versus Tropius. I used a Tropius lead. So that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Honestly, I think Tropius is just so chunky. Even the things it's like bad against, it still does really good. Uh,
Nice.
so it's nice.
That's how it is when it comes down to my friend here. So yeah, I would say that PvP has gotten to a point, at least for me, where I could enjoy it if I wanted to. Definitely still not the hardcore grinder when it comes down to it. I still gotta get to Legends in GBL
Dude, I'd
itself.
love to. I would love to, but
Yeah,
it's so tricky for
yeah.
me.
It's basically, so here's the thing: if you really want to go for it, you definitely have to dedicate the time and effort to actually do all your sets and all your battles throughout the season, because
That's true.
it's never going to be an easy thing if you don't know, and you have to know each one of the rotations, each one if you have, what kind of Pokemon you really can use, even if you want to go through the cups or something, or the special ones like Sprint Cup and all that. If you want to just grind out the regular leagues, good luck. I mean, it's an open meta regardless. So if there was any bannings, they would do it now. But of course, they don't want to ever ban Pokemon from Pokemon Go anyways. So aside from remixes and all that. But yeah, so it is how it is when it comes out JBL. I love it, hate it. It's a love-hate relationship, So with that being said, I think that's about it. I think we cover everything. I don't know if there's any more news. Again, super excited for the things to come in the next few months. Many cool stuff happening, both in game and in our lives. So I am very excited for the future in the next few months. So it is how we get it, right, Chris?
Yeah. I will say I know we mentioned Fleece King getting his Pokemon account hacked and a bunch of shinies transferred last week.
Yeah.
For those that aren't on Twitter, he did end up getting his account back, and Niantic did work with him to get his Pokemon back in the account.
Yeah.
So if you're curious about that, he did actually end up getting that back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of upside and downside when it comes down to it. I mean, the upside is that yes, he got his account back, his Pokemon's are restored. Basically, anything that happened before the actual hacking of it was basically put back into position. Again, we don't want to mention or even talk about the actual person who did it because at this point we don't want to give him clout because it's not worth it. It's not worth it when it comes down to it.
Yeah, that's just asking for people to do it to other people.
This does open up technically another can of worms for a lot of different things Niantic is put on the spot because we know as a community that something like this, it were to happen to a big creator, can happen to anybody, and can be reverted if properly spewed. But of course, we know that unfortunately things here can be different for a lot of different people, which sucks. Again, I would not want my account ever getting hacked or anything like that. I would not want my gameplay to actually do. I don't know if I would even get the motivation to go back if something like that were to happen to me, So, but I do wish that at least Niantic would put safety points to make sure that you don't lose your account that easily from what we have saw, or seen. But anyways, I don't want to end it on a bad note when it comes down to it, but it is how it is when it comes down to it. Niantic, you have your work cut out for you in the end of the day. Sure. With that being said, of course, thank you so much for listening, everybody. We do appreciate for anybody who actually come to the stream, talk to us, chat with us. Thank you for actually, just being here. But you can always listen us on any of the podcast services feeds: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and many more. If you can leave us a review, we greatly appreciate it. And if you do, just make sure you let us know, because that way we can read it for you guys on the podcast episode. Follow our social media. Again, I know I've been a little bit slacking on this, but Pure Letter Go for myself, Pokemon Trigger Please with Chris. And if you don't know, that's PKMN Trigger Please with a Z at the end. Purified Podcast for the channel itself. Again, very wonderful time. You can email us anything to purifiedpodcast@gmail.com and join our Discord. It's free to join at any point. We're there most of the time. And don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. With that being said, Chris, time to take us away for the night.
All right. Hope you guys had a lovely week, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the upcoming week of Primal Groudon and a bunch of other fun things happening. So, get out there with your friends, get raiding, get catching, send some raids our way.
Please.
And hope you guys have a fabulous time. We'll see you next week, where hopefully we got even more news for you. Peace out, guys.
Keep purifying, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.